Joining me now, Joseph Scott Morgan, professor of applied forensics at Jacksonville State University, back with me. So this reenactment, Joseph Scott, is key because it helps investigators kind of see if it's even possible, his story. If he could have seen the wife strangling those little girls in the baby monitor. And what do you see when you see that?
Well, I see much of nothing is what it comes down to. And let's keep in mind, he mentioned something very specific, Susan, relative to, he said that the one little girl, Bella, was blue or purple.
Yeah, yes.
And that's an indication of cyanosis, which we see when people are choked. But the problem is, as we can see on the monitor, there's very little clarity here. It's not like this thing's kind of reaching out and grabbing you. For the police, on their side, this is a matter of contextualizing this. We can't take the witnesses necessarily out to the scene at this moment in time, and what they want to do is capture this moment in time, contextualize it, show the bedroom, show the environment that these little girls met their end in, and this is a horrific set of circumstances.
And it even has a blue hue. Any parent will tell you that most monitors have that kind of look to it, meaning how would he even know what was happening?
Yeah, it's not like it's some kind of super HD thing where you can see with great clarity. You can't. Just the appearance of this thing is kind of muted, and if you're looking for detail here, it's just not here. It's serviceable as an observation thing as a parent, but if you're looking for fine detail, I think that's one of the. This is just another element that gives the police an indication this guy was lying.
You and I were speaking during the break. Just one of the most horrific crimes I've ever heard in terms of the details here, and when he's being questioned and he's telling his father about the story that Shanann was strangling the two girls and that's why he turned on Shanann. Is it normal that the dad would be in that interrogation room?
I found it odd. It was different. It was different to see this, and you know, this kind of emoting that's going on and this sort of thing. I think the dad rubs his back at one particular time. I've seen on social media in particular people really, you know, really were been out. But you know, there's a means to the end. They want to try to get this guy, push him over the edge
to admit
to the point that he confesses at this point in time. The problem is, Susan, is that because he never actually allocated in court, we'll never know the true details behind all of this, and he could have shown a little mercy there. But
he did admit to affairs, and he's saying that his initial story, that's why Shanann was strangling the kids. So he admitted to that, but we'll never really know what sets someone over the edge to commit such a horrific crime.
No, you really don't. You don't know what's going to be the trigger that sets something off like this. And at the end of the day, we have a family that is just absolutely ripped to shreds and destroyed, and a public that's just left with our mouths gaping that this could actually happen.
Shannann's parents in court just so devastated. It said everything to me.
Yeah, it really did.
That grandfather no longer having grandchildren. Joseph Scott Morgan, thank you.
You bet, Susan.
And you have to watch HLN's special report on this to dig deeper into this story. It's called Family Massacre, Chris Watts Exposed. It airs tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern.